What's up, y'all? This is Jeffery at Jeffery TV. Jeffery at pfunk1.com. Jeffery at atheistwalking.com. Jeffery at the demystificationprocess.com. I gotta get all those emails working. Actually, I need to really check my GoDaddy account. Something's going on. I think the my Atheist Walking website is under attack. And I think it may have compromised my whole hosting situation. And that I think it may have created like 1 million files or something like that. And it's like a block. I think there's a block, or I ran out of this or ran out of that. I got to touch base with that. There's a few things I got to do. I got to take care of that. I have to get my taxes looked at again. What else? Is that it? Well, I'm gonna have to get some more money because caregiving, between the price of caregiving and my rent and stuff, I can't afford it. It's above what I'm making, even though I got a raise. And I'm making more money than I ever did. You're talking an extra $1,500 a month to pay for my mother's caregiving. You know, I can see why some people would give up their apartment and move in to help alleviate the cost. I'm like, I'll pay $5,000. I'll pay $5,000 not to do that. And in a way, I'm kind of not joking. In a way, I'm really not joking. It may come down to where, you know, we need to make a heavy nuclear decision on this, where we may have to, you know, because it's going to get to a point where we probably can't afford it. Something's gonna have to give eventually. It's probably not gonna get cheaper. So I'm anticipating lots of money going away. But other than that, I'm good. It's Saturday. Got up, laid in bed there, kind of rolled over, went back to sleep, didn't get up till like 11:30 or so, which is 2.5 hours later than I do to get up for my work day. Had cookies and had wafer cookies. I don't really consider wafer cookies cookies. You know, those little wafer plasticky, not plasticky, but synthetic kind of, whatever that stuff is, wafers. Had a couple marshmallows, like literally 3 marshmallows and literally 3 red vines. And, okay, I had a box of Mike and Ike's. And damn near that whole pack of wafer cookies. You know the 99-cent ones you get from the store, like chocolate. Damn near ate all of them. Here we are. Please clean up after your pet. As I was saying, I'm taking the alternate route. This is the route I usually carry bags and my knapsack and stop by Ralph's on the way back and pick up food. But today I'm shooting to get my steps in and get down to Long Beach to see Fuzzy's Funk Factory. That'll be my outing today. I need to have an outing, even though I probably really could make manwiches and get me another bag of potatoes, have sloppy joes and french fries. But I do really want to say, I guess the big thing here now, turn the camera back on me. The big thing is that I need to quit smoking. I want to quit smoking in Black and Miles. I want to quit smoking. And as I was thinking that to myself today, the fact that I'm even putting it that way, the fact that I'm even saying that I want to quit with the passion that I am and what's behind it, kind of indicates that I'm a long way from it. And I really do want to quit. I don't like the way they make me feel in the long run. There's a rush, there's a benefit, there's something to it. Even if it's just having a habit or a distraction from eating or just something to look forward to. But I really do want to quit. I really, really do. And I think it'll make me feel better in the long run, because the best time I ever felt, one of the best times I ever felt, where I was vibrating, I think at one of my highest vibrations, I was feeling everything was flowing, felt like it was flowing, was when I was completely off of everything, where I was just off of everything. I smoked cigarettes, no weed, obviously no drinking. It's been 30 years. But I felt it. I felt clean, open, and healthy. And I can just feel all what's the serotonin, what's the glands, the stuff that goes through your body, the hormones or stimulants that's being created in my body. I just felt it. Felt like I felt it. Just everything was so intense. Kind of want to get back to that, or at least get off of the Black and Miles. And I think it'll increase my productivity as far as getting stuff done as Jeffery TV and creating and this and that. And I don't even want to do it just on the weekends. You know, I want to put it down for a while. And I want to. I notice I'm saying I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm not making that declaration. I'm just saying I'm acknowledging that I really want to. Like I said, it's good though. The parts of it that are good are good. There's no denying that. But woke up this morning, Mr. Scale told me 198.8, which I believe I like. I very, very like. And so after this walk, I should be at least 197. I might even get down to 196.8 or something like that. Because I'm wearing shorts and I'm not trying to overly sweat, so it won't be a lot of water weight lost as much as usual. Because water weight kind of don't matter anyway. So that's that. Little walkway. They name it. Is this the name of something walkway? Ernie's Walk. There it is right there. See, as soon as I say it, it's right there. Ernie's Walk. Kind of a little handicap accessible thingy going on there with the handicapped person is going to do. Maybe a stroller on this rock and gravel. Good luck, but. So I'm out here walking. Started walking about 11:40. Figure if it takes me 2 hours, which is on the high side, I should get back 1:40. Get dressed, hopefully make it down to Long Beach. I just Googled map it, and it said about an hour, 20 minutes to Long Beach from here at that time. So we'll see how that goes. Ernie's Walk. Walking towards Ventura Boulevard. I was gonna cut this short so that I can get back and give myself more time to get to Long Beach, because it says it's from 2 to 6. And you know me, if it says from 2 to 6, my natural inclination is to be there at 1:30, even though nothing might not happen until 3. Knowing damn well nothing probably gonna happen until 3, but that's just the way, you know, I like to feel it. I like to get down there and, you know, settle in, be there early, quote unquote, get my spot, fill things out, see what's going on, talk to folks, whatever. Settle in, and then when it starts, I'm ready. I'm just like not rushing in. Still got traffic on my mind. You know, still like got the rush hour or the driving nervousness on me. Because there's a couple times where I went right from the airport. It was kind of late. And think one time I was still on the freeway going to DC at a P-Funk show. I was still on the freeway when the doors opened. So you know how that made me feel. But I was kind of thinking too, DC folks gonna take care of me. DC folks gonna take care of me. They know I'm coming. They know where I like to be. So somebody gonna, you know, kind of hold me a spot somewhere where I'll be able to, you know, walk up, hey, and kind of ease up in there somehow. Even though I don't like when people do that to me. Every now and then you gotta take advantage of friends. And that's what friends are for. Somebody draw that, look at that. It's kind of cool, ain't it? Can you see it? I can't see if you're seeing it. Oh, it's like that in the dirt. Well, either way. So that's how that's gonna go today. We get down to Long Beach and see what Fuzzy gonna do. And I can say that in all honesty, I am looking forward to seeing what Miss Deaston does. Cause it's gonna be, it's gonna be, how can I put it? There's gonna be some thought that goes into the set list, what they play. And he has a certain disposition towards, I don't wanna say the obscure P-Funk, but the deeper P-Funk, the deeper stuff. So, even though, you know, I'm about the hits, up or the downstroke, Knee Deep and Flashlight are getting a little bit, you know, I've heard them enough times, to put it mildly, but they get the crowd going. And so, you know, it's what the crowd can hear, you know, what the crowd likes, it's the energy of the whole place up, and that's good. So, like Atomic Dog, you know, I like the more jammy stuff, not parliamentary, but you know, more upbeat rhythms, tempo, not the heavy dark stuff that I like to overly presume that Mr. Easton likes. So it's gonna be interesting to see what songs he decides to play. And because again, he's the one who was at a Compton place where you could tell all these Negroes wanted to hear was the hits. And he was playing some funkadelic that I hadn't even heard before. You know, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. So we'll see. It's always a journey. And then Norwood Fisher's gonna be with him. And I saw John Stewart is on drums. So that's just a solid lineup right there. And then Louis Olliard or whatever his name is. I say his name a lot. And I think he's the cat on guitar that I like. But I never, attached the name to it because I always see him playing with Norwood or a band that plays up in Van Nuys or something. And I'm like, oh, I remember him. Because I think he was I think he played with BB when she opened up for Pete Funk in San Diego. I think he played, I'm not sure, I can't remember. I think he played with Garrett Scheider when he did something with cocaine in Vegas or outside Vegas, Henderson. Well, Vegas is Henderson. Henderson is pretty much Vegas. I said that because somebody was walking by. Did you see me? Did you see me slipping the autopilot? And I was walking, there was a bunch of dog shit on it, so I had to navigate around him. So I had my attention like 3 different places. You hear me going to autopilot, talking about Henderson is a suburb of Vegas. I love this stuff, shut up. I love this stuff, shut up. I love it a lot. There go more dog poop. There's a lot of dog poop down in this neighborhood. They need to clean it up. You figure this is a nicer neighborhood, multi-million-dollar homes, dog shit everywhere. Not everywhere, but you know what I mean. See how clear this shot comes out. They make money. They make money. They make money. On a Saturday too, probably overtime. Here we are, coming up on Ventura Boulevard, and earlier when I was thinking about saying this, sometimes I go through in my head, when I'm something cool that I can say. I was gonna say I was on an alternate route, going the quiet way, taking the quiet route. And one thing behind the quiet route, definitely less entertainment. But I was gonna say, been walking around multi-million-dollar homes. Walking around with million-dollar homes. Then I thought, even in my neighborhood, there's million-dollar homes. It's almost like the median price in California is $1 million. But where I was walking was a little bit deeper into Sherman Oaks. And you see an uptick in affluence, if I can use that word. And we're talking probably multi-million-dollar homes in that area. Not like the ones up in the hills, or Encino, but definitely multi-million-dollar home. Hell, the house next to me that they built, or they refurbished, or they did whatever they did to it, they want $1.2 million for that. I'm like, oh God. They want $1.2 million for that. But my coworker was like, yeah, so what? You gotta go ahead and pay that money. Pay that money now, because it's gonna be more expensive later. You should be happy you can get that for $1 million. It's gonna be like 10, 15 years from now, you're gonna be looking back saying, that place was only $1 million. And rent's gonna keep going up no matter what. So you gotta bust your ass, do what you gotta do to get in. And once you're in, hopefully you get a fixed mortgage and you're locked in. The only thing is, the interest rates are really high. I mean, there was a time when the interest rates were down 1-2%. Now it's like 6-7. So that changes your price, how much you're gonna pay, by a lot. Charges to borrow that money by a lot. I'm just saying. White dude was, I don't know if you saw him, he was shaking that plant. You could tell he white, and he ain't Mexican, because the Mexicans who do that for a living know how to stop doing that when people walking by. They know how to be polite and stop doing that. To get stuff on people and such. Somebody having a tough day. Somebody having a tough day. I saw this truck advertised. I think it was a Japanese grill one. I saw it advertised on Facebook, actually. He be here all the time. See, I thought he was at that one, but somebody else was there. I got him confused. I even asked him, I said, somebody got your spot? He said, no, we've been here. And like this one right here must be new, quote unquote new, whatever. And this is the spot he always get. I wonder if they live there. Looks like they got the generator and stuff. They got the things blocking. Maybe it's the sun. They still sleep. Maybe they not open yet. Maybe they not open yet. I know it's probably gonna get hot in there. Unless they got some kind of air conditioning. I know it's gonna get hot in there. I know that for a fact. CVS, Party City. I think that used to be Michael's. There used to be a Michael's down around here and a Marie Callender somewhere around here. Ventura Boulevard. I need this in my life. Even if I don't partake in it so much. I need this, of course. Got my Bank of Americas everywhere. Go back to Ohio, ain't no Bank of Americas. I don't need cash as much, so I don't worry about it. But, I could probably go to Giant Eagle grocery store to get cash without being charged the ATM fees. Mr. Furley. Yeah, see, I need this stuff. Look at that. Just, business, not so much business, but activity, people, and attractive people. And all of them don't have to be like super attractive. In fact, to be honest with you, you can't be too attractive and too pretty. There's a such thing to me where you're done up a little too much. Like, as I get older, the younger girls, younger girls with perfect skin and, you know, nice manicure this, nice manicure that, and, you know, no fat or no cellulite, all that. Don't appeal to me, in fact. Yep, they look like they ain't never been through nothing. She walking like a man. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but she was walking like a man. You know, I like to see something with a little bit of history displayed in their experience and their time on this planet. It could be quote unquote too perfect, too manicured, too smooth. You know, put a little something on that. Make it look real, quote unquote real. Anyway, you got those kind, and you got regular people, and I guess I'm more so into the regular people. Because we do got some, you gonna look up? You didn't even look, did you? See, sometimes they don't even look. They like to roll through that light and notice they didn't even stop. That wasn't even a rolling stop. That wasn't nothing. They went through it like it was a green light. Okay, it might have been. No, it wasn't. No, it might have been. See, it might have been a green light. Because I think traffic was kind of was. See, I don't need all that super made up, elegant, you know, overly pretty dresses or, you know, just give me some normal, average, everyday cuteness, or not even cuteness, actually. I've caught myself looking at ugly people, in fact. Something about ugly people. But I just need the whole gamut. Bottom line is I need the whole gamut. I need all kinds of people, all kinds of things to look at, all kinds of stimulation, all different variety of things to look at and to experience people-wise. See different styles in people, different, you know, where they dress, their idea of what this is, the idea of what that is. And you pull from it. You can pull from it and learn from it. You can take some of what they're doing and what they're not doing and implement it in what you're trying to do. Maybe just an aspect of it. Say, oh, I may not agree with Christianity or believing in God, but maybe I like, well, ain't no maybe about it, but I like the pomp and ceremony and rituals involved in it. I definitely like that. Well, not believing in does not translate into not liking. So that's kind of not the best kind of way to put it. The way she walked over there and just plopped down in that chair, she don't look home. She don't look like she needed it. So hopefully we'll get down to Long Beach today. And I was saying, just because I don't believe in something, or I don't believe with so-and-so or this or that is real, doesn't equate if I like it or not. I can like things that I don't. Go! I can like things that I don't believe in. So I guess I meant disagree with. I can like things that I disagree with. Something like that. I can say that I like things that I disagree with. There's no, and in a simplistic way, maybe the media, social media, and parts of society like to believe that. Either you hate them or you love them. If they're good, you love them. If they're bad, you hate them. How can you not hate something that's bad? You know, in that kind of vein. Not sure where I was going with that, or why I went down that street, I should say. But there's my Best Buy. During COVID, those doors was locked and you couldn't get in. So every time I walked this way, I wasn't tempted to go in there. Now those doors are open. Now that the doors are open, why? And my phone just can't hide. Now that those doors are open, pulls me in there. And a couple times I went in there and bought stuff I knew damn well I was gonna be taking back. More than once I went in there and got stuff I knew I wasn't gonna keep. I was like, I ain't keeping this. I'm taking this shit back. Yeah, the reason I can, hopefully the picture isn't so bad. I get on the higher resolution. Hopefully it's not so bad. I figure a gigabyte a day, if I make one of these a day for an hour, if I do this for an hour every day, a gigabyte a day is only 365 gigabytes a year. And this stuff is worth that. This stuff is worth that amount of data storage and the cost to maintain that kind of data storage. And I definitely believe time will tell. Hookah. I definitely believe history will discover me and say, hey, this guy was on to something. And maybe I'm still discovering it. I'm definitely still discovering it. There's no doubt about it. But maybe I was still a bit remedial in my understanding as I was still learning. And it could be now I'm getting very close to, or what I'm doing is my understanding is still growing, and maybe it still needs to grow some more to get to a point where it makes a major significance, you know? To where it's, it goes beyond what has already been put forth. And maybe it takes time to do that. And then maybe as soon as when I do cross that, that it makes these talks and my philosophies and my ideas and hypotheses stand out. In my mind, I'm thinking of all this stuff. Not that I think it's new, it's just new to me. Not that I think it's new, it's just new to me. And maybe it's because a lot of this stuff, I'm listening to history of philosophy, this and that, and a lot of this stuff has been said 2,000 years ago. A lot of these ideas that I have were talked about and documented and accredited, named, tagged, and labeled existentialism and as such. I ain't the first person to think of selfishness. Take care of self first. By no means. I may have been the first in my sphere, around me, I may have come to this conclusion on my own, even though it may have already been around me. But a lot of this stuff has been said already, and it's really nice to be able to look to another philosophy that kind of not mirrors what I believe, but kind of has the same sentiment of what I believe, and take from it, learn from it, pull something from it, quote it, take some of its arguments. Because the whole objectivism Ayn Rand thing, that aligns so much with my philosophy that I had already established, that, and then to find, her work and objectivism, and to have all these arguments already articulated and laid out, oh my God, it was good. To have all these arguments articulated and laid out, and all that. Did I get the 405? Oh, I ain't no 405. I want to get to Los Angeles sign too. I want to get to Los Angeles. There ain't no button to push. Get the selfie. Get the selfie. Anytime now. Come on, we've been standing there for an hour. Thank you. I walk past these, but when you get to finally see them up close like this, that's a different thing. Walking under the 134 freeway, 101. Walking under the 101. I was wondering, I've ridden over this part, many times, but because of the proximity of it, I probably haven't. Because this is the street I get off to go home. So this is the street either I'm coming in or leaving off of. So I probably very rarely actually ride over this bridge, over this overpass. I'm usually right here coming up. That's usually me right there. Actually, I stay on the 405 and go up to Burbank and then come east on Burbank. Avoid that 405, 101 interchange. I look at folks. When they come riding down, everybody, I look at them. I look at their face. They slow down too. I guess people recognize eye contact because they will slow down. People recognize eye contact and they'll slow down noticeably. They'll actually hit the brake a little bit harder because they, want to acknowledge that they see you or whatever. Here's the other part of the river. Well, that's how far we walked. Down Mature Boulevard. Now we got another side. That's where we came from over there. See how they come flying by? Hey. You gotta make sure they don't run you over. You gotta take control. You gotta let them know. Well, actually, yeah, you do gotta let them know. Let them know is the way to put it. Probably not not in the, it's colloquial the way to say it. Not in the slang way, letting them know. You just gotta let them know they're just not paying attention. They gotta think, I even give people a break. So they probably got things on their mind, kids, husband probably beat them, drug problems, whatever. It's easy how people can get distracted. Or I can understand how people are distracted. And you walking in front of them, it's kind of a low priority. What is this? How long? 40 minutes. Time doesn't matter. The time doesn't matter. And that's one thing I like about this whole thing. Time, I'm out of the time constraint thing. At least I was. Now I'm thinking they got to be so long. And I don't know how that just crept in recently. That really just crept in about how long it should be or how long I'd like them to be. Whoa! She saw me. You see how she looked away? And it'll pass. I ain't worried about that. I'm pretty sure it'll pass. That'll pass. What's it called? Worried about the time and stuff. Because it's almost like I'm shooting to get to an hour. Like a lot of my video, literally like an hour, a minute, hour. And there's no reason for me to be doing that. So, anyhow. So what we doing today, hopefully we'll get down there. I say hopefully because I may get home, get an idea about a pizza or I got a couple cans of manwich in there, and I do got some ground beef in there, so shut up. All I would have to do is just go get me some buns. And while I'm there getting buns, get a bag of potatoes. And then, get my sweets and stuff. So I definitely got to go to the store. So, see how all that fits? I'm ready to sit home. But I do want to go down there. I want to go down there. Anyhow, swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for the funk. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. It's a totality of it all, y'all. A theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.